Hello, everyone. This is Ross Garcia here, and we got a couple more people jumping on to the group, to Wealth Mindset Group, to our Zoom calls. And today we're going to be talking about your reasoning factor. The call's recorded, guys, so I'll be sharing the recording after the call. Now, we've had a lot of stuff going on today at 12 p.m. UK time, multiple calls, a lot of things are going on. So people are kind of confused. We were expecting more people on the call. And the funny thing about it is, like my mentor always told me, he's like, it's 95% mindset, 5% strategy. Okay. 95% mindset, guys. Bob Proctor himself, 95% mindset, 5% strategy. You want to make a lot of money? Okay, start to think. Make a big number look small. Today's topic is probably one of the most important topics. We want to make sure that when you're bringing people into the business, that we let these people know, like, hey, look, this guy, Ross Garcia, he made his first million at 33. Okay, now a little bit about me. I was always broke. I was never happy. I always had headaches. Okay. And this was like 2001. I used to work at Circuit City. I used to sell phones. Now, I used to sell phones when phones weren't even like no internet, no color. Now, obviously, you're seeing me through the internet, through the phone. Um, those were very, very good times, very prosperous times. And what I realized was it doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter if you're broke, if you're wealthy, if you want to make money. It doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter. Really start to use your reasoning factor, okay? And I want to bring on Sabil, okay? So I'm going to add another person. We just had another person. And I'm going to ask Sabil to unmute herself. And we have to be careful with these calls because a lot of people jump on and their phone is like open. So you can't even I can't even talk because as soon as you jump on, if people don't know what they're doing, I'm not going to be able to explain myself. You're not going to get the information. Okay. So let me Sabil's back in now. She just joined us again. And we're going to ask Sabil to unmute herself. Let me see here. There you go. Hi, Sabil. How are you?
Hello, everyone. Hello, guys. Sorry, I'm so late. I'm so sorry, late. Yeah, who knows me? I'm Sibile. Who doesn't know me? My name is Sibile. I'm in this company already 3 months and very successful. And little bit my background. I am photographer. I used to work so many years in the weddings. My hobby, I start from 18 to do photos and I jumped to my business. But what happened this year is really, really bad. There's not even weddings. So it's really, really crazy period. So yeah, and we have restaurant as well with my partner as well. It's not easy. Every day, suffering, trying to survive. It's not easy. One day up, one day down, one day change the rules, one day put the again for us new things. So yeah, and I'm already here and I'm so happy. My friend Ruta, she showed me this platform and this education is amazing. I never heard some stuff like this. I knew about the positive stuff, positive mind. I used to have books. Even now I have a lot of books, but I never practice every day. And I'm so happy because here is not only you growing as a business person, when you're growing as a personality with the personal development, then you're going in your business. And it really works for me. And yesterday I heard one thing from Bob Proctor. He's really, really impressed me what I heard. He said, what's going on our days, don't let control your life about this pandemic, about everything. If you have your goals, go through, don't stop. Doesn't matter, corona, no corona, people, negative, all this. So yes, guys, and I'm so happy we have Ros Garcia, our golden nuggets in our team, and we can thank you, Sonata, and we can learn. So grab the pens, grab the notes, and write everything what Ros gonna explain. Is amazing information. Is we have like I said, we have gift in our team because he's Bob Proctor consultant, and he have crazy experience, and he can teach us every single day, Monday, Friday to Friday, 12 p.m. So yes, guys, focus and every day practice, practice, practice. So Ross,
Hi,
I'll give you back.
Sabil. So I'm actually have a friend out here in Greenwich, my friend Bobby. I just sent him a message. I said, hey, Bobby, jump on the Zoom call. We're live right now. He's like, okay, thank you. So we'll probably be seeing Bobby. So let's give it up to Sabil. Let's drop some fire emojis and some 777s for helping me, because she helped me in the beginning. Get motivated, get off your butt, guys, right? So I'm gonna give up some fire emojis, some 777s to Sabil for multitasking and being positive during challenging times, okay? These are challenging times, guys. You think this is a joke? If you would have told me 2 years ago that there was gonna be masks and that you couldn't go into a restaurant. I mean, look, Sabil, she runs a restaurant. I've been to her restaurant. Really good food, guys. So it's what's going on inside, but it's not what only is going on inside, but how strong our creative faculties are within the community. Like, if you really think about it, you have this energy. Now, if I were to tell you that you are this energy, that I am this energy, that Sabil is this energy, and that we can literally feed off of each other. It's called a mastermind, guys. Napoleon Hill didn't talk about a mastermind just because he wanted to talk about a mastermind. What are corporations? Corporations are large groups of people, right? That basically are participating towards what? Towards the same objective, towards the same goal. They're a group. So when you have a group of people, the energy is amplified. What do we say that vibration is? Vibration is a frequency, and the frequency has to be strong. It has to be united, like the United States of America. United we stand. But guess what? It's like my dad would say, the five fingers of your hands, right? Like your family, like the hand is strong because of those people, that the fingers would represent people. So let's talk about the thinking, the reasoning, how to reason, how to use your logic to impress an idea and start creating your own reality. Okay, because we're literally waking up. And what are you saying? Like, okay, well, Ross, what are you talking about? What are we waking up to? We're waking up to the reality that everything that we've been taught is mumbo jumbo. It's nonsense. It doesn't make any sense. Because look, let me explain this to you, going back to who I am and how I came about to be. From birth, from a child, we were taught certain things about who we were. If you want to talk about the mind and the way that your balance sheet is, or how much money you have in the bank, and what's happening in your current results in your current life, is like, okay, well, who am I? Okay, so we have to start from the beginning of who am I? So who am I? Okay, well, I'm Ross Garcia, right? I have a face, I have a name, but that's not who I am. Who I am is I'm a spirit. I have an intellect and I live in a physical body. You are a spirit. You're for expansion and fuller expression, never for hard times, never for disintegration. So when you go back and you're like, okay, well, I'm a spirit. What does that have to do with my success? What does that have to do with, you know, my abilities to make millions of dollars or be an entrepreneur if I've never been an entrepreneur? I remember when I was doing mortgages, I was 21 years old. I would see my friends driving around in Mercedes Benz, an SL 500. At that time, it was like $100,000 car. And I was like, wow, I want a two-door coupe with a roof, with the roof that comes down. I want an SL 500. When you turn the engine on, it was like, oh my God. One of my friends showed up with a V12. I was like, how much is this car? He's like, 145,000. Now, we have an ability to reason, to think, to look at logically what's happening and kind of dictate your next move, like a game of chess. If you ever played chess, okay? So what happened to me was I was always broke and I was looking at all my friends make money and I wanted to make money. I wanted to make money because all I wanted to do was get rich. Why? Because people paint a beautiful picture. And I like what Van Gogh would say when they would ask him, why do you do so beautiful paintings? He's like, I dream my painting, then I paint my dream. I dream my painting, then I paint my dream. A lot of people think, well, the Mona Lisa is an original. Mona Lisa is not the original. They say it's worth about $800 million because of inflation since Leonardo da Vinci created the Mona Lisa. But the Mona Lisa, the first Mona Lisa, was in Leonardo da Vinci's mind. You see, we're never going to get an original. Everything in the outside world was first created in someone's mind, from these AirPod Pros to this blazer, this V-neck t-shirt. Everything was first created in someone's mind. The cell phone, the airplane. Everything in the outside world is a reflection of the inside. The only thing that we can say is not a reflection is maybe the trees and the water. But the outside world started in the inside of someone's mind. It's called being a creator, having a creative faculty. So yes, we want to be wealthy. We want to be rich. We want to make 10, $20 million. We want to make a big number look small. We want to create from this formless substance, from this energy. How do we do it? Everybody wants to know. Well, the only way to change the old you is by repetition of the same information. It's called a high amplitude. When more people are on the call, the amplitude gets higher. The more people that jump on the call, the more people that are in tune, the more people that could explain what I'm saying to somebody else, the more you're going to grow your business. Why? Because you want to introduce someone into this business and make them question their own reality. See, after talking to me for 30 minutes, you're going to start questioning your own reality. Why do you question your own reality? Because your reality was impressed upon you by other people. Yes, your reality, everything in your world was impressed to you by who? By your environment, by what you see, smell, taste, hear, and touch, because we have sensory factors and they're dictating the way we think. And then we have logic, and then we have a higher faculty called your reasoning. Now, you have lower faculties, you can see, smell, taste, hear, and touch. And you have a self-image of who you are and who they told you you were. Now, your self-image is in your subconscious mind. That's where the paradigm is, the multitude of habits, the habit of doing the same thing over and over again. That's why it's uncomfortable when you introduce this business to someone else. That's why it's uncomfortable when you start to do something that you've never done before. It's called a foreign vibration. It's a vibration you've never felt before. So you feel uncomfortable. Then you have your higher faculties. I would be taking notes, guys. You have your will, your imagination, reasoning, perception, memory, and intuition. Right now, today, we're talking about your reasoning, how you can use your logic, what's going on outside and what's going on inside to impress the idea of you changing your current results, of you changing your current circumstances, of you looking at $1 million or 100,000 if you've never made it and making it look small. Because the most you've ever made, let's say it was 30,000 pounds, dollars. Let's say it was 50,000 pounds. Great. You could always make more. And if you buy the book, The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles, he literally says on there that you're a spirit and you cannot grow if you're broke. In order for you to experience something that has never went on from the past, something new, you're here to do something new. First of all, you're here to do something that you've never done before. And how can you do it watching television, getting the same results, hanging around with the same people? Do something new. Do something new. I look at people, they think they know it all. They're giving me advice. And I say there, okay, and how much are you making right now? How much are you making right now? Well, I'm making about $50,000, 50,000 pounds. Oh, okay. You know, when I got this information, I was making close to $50,000 a week. The most I was making was about 160,000 a month. I had expenses. I had about 60,000 in expenses. I was paying for radio, employees, my rent. I ended up buying the building. How did that happen? When I used to be broke, I was learning the mortgage industry since I was 21 to I was like 27. I didn't even know what a fax machine was. You guys ever use a fax machine? Like go up to a fax machine and say, okay, I need to send out a fax. You have a big file like this, you put it in the fax, you dial the number 1-888-725-3781. Send out the fax. Then you have to wait, you get the dial tone, and then the fax goes to the bank. The bank has the file. A week later, the bank calls you and says, hey, we got the customer's file. Good news, the client is not going to lose his house. I call the client, I say, hey, guess what? You're not going to lose your house. The client says he's happy. He's going to make another payment to my office. And the more I can replicate that, the more I can duplicate that, the more money I'm going to make. I send out another file on the fax machine. I call the client. And it gets to the point where I'm not calling the clients. The girls are calling the clients. So now the girls that are working for me are calling a bunch of clients. Everybody's happy. Everybody's making their payments. Now, there is a law of generating income. Okay. It's the law of increase, the law of how you can create more money. And it's the need for what you do was there is because people are getting laid off. Okay. And so there is a need for what we do. Your ability to do it and the difficulty there will be in replacing you. Okay. So the need for what you do, your ability to do it, and the difficulty there will be in replacing you. You got to understand this stuff, guys. That is the law of income. Okay. So there is a need for what we do. You just have to figure out how you can multiply it, how you can get in front of more people. You have Facebook, Instagram, different applications. Now, because this is something new and we're experiencing something new, not only in our income, but in everything that we do, you have to understand that you have to try new things. You can't be comfortable. Your thoughts are literally creating your reality. So it's funny when I jump on these Zoom calls, I start getting people just start calling me and messaging me. So I have to let people know, like, hey, you know, I'm on a call. Do not call me, because like people just start calling me. And I have to let people know, like, hey, look, I'm on the call with people that I'm training in this information, because everybody wants this information. So going back to your reasoning factor and how you can literally look at your current results at your life, use your logic side, your left side. It's what the attorneys would use when they say, oh, well, I see what's in front of me. Now, I'm not telling you to jump over a bridge, but what I'm telling you is what's in front of you could be either working for you or against you. And what's in front of you right now is an opportunity. And that's how you have to see this. This is an opportunity for what? This is an opportunity for you to go out there and crush this business, for you to use Zoom, which Zoom stock literally went up by hundreds of percent since this pandemic happened, because we're going into a new paradigm, into a new conscience level of awareness. People talk about, oh, we're going into the new sign, Aries or Taurus or something like that. They look at the horoscope. Oh, we're going into inflation age. There's always there when you talk to people, they're always going to tell you why. But if you talk to them about these laws and how our mind works, they start to question their own reality. They start to think like, well, it is does it matter if you're a Capricorn or Sagittarius? Does it matter what zodiac sign we're in? Does it really matter? Is that more important than how you think? So you really have to start using your reasoning factor, because Bob Proctor says that 97 of people would rather die than think. Nightingale, the biggest radio host, the guy that literally trained Bob Proctor and these laws, Earl Nightingale was trained by Napoleon Hill. Earl Nightingale would say, if people would say what they were thinking, they would go speechless. William James was a professor from Harvard in the 1900s. He says that people cannot even think for more than 30 seconds. He says there's about 60,000 thoughts per day. And out of those 60,000 thoughts, 55,000 of those thoughts have nothing to do with your major definite purpose in life. So what is a major definite purpose in life? What is like something that you really, really want, right? And I always carry a pen because I want people to get this information. And all you need is a pen. Why? Because you're building new brain cells of recognition to the fact that you can literally become whatever you think about. When you write down what you really, really want and you commit it to memory and you auto suggest yourself, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm making thousands of dollars every single month, thousands of pounds every single month, because when you say it, it creates a picture in your mind. You literally need to talk yourself into success. There's a story of Napoleon Hill in the book Think and Grow Rich, where he would say there was a guy that literally he created a quote. He said, every day and every way, my life keeps getting better and better and better. Every day and every way, my life keeps getting better and better. Bob Proctor says, I'm so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm making $5,000 with the I Am organization every single month. Do you think about how would 5,000 pounds look like? How would it make it feel? How would you feel? What would you do? Now, because of what's happening in the world, 5,000 pounds isn't a lot of money. But here's the thing, guys. It starts with the way you think, because literally you could attract people into your business by how you think. Now, I don't want you to use your logic side. I don't want you to use, well, Ross, there's a virus. People don't have any money. This is a paradigm, guys. These are paradigms. And I don't care how bad the situation is, it's always going to be better. The bigger the stock market crash, the more money we're going to make. The more money they print, the more digital currency you're going to have, because energy just is. Bob Proctor would say that energy just is. And science and theology, they disagree on a lot of things, but they come to an unanimous decision on one thing, that nothing's created, nothing's destroyed. That means that the life that you want is here, right now, in a certain dimension. You can't see it because everything in front of you is coronavirus, more inflation, more money printing, manipulation in the stock market. The banks are doing fraud. I'm losing my business. Nobody wants to join my business. I'm not wealthy. Don't think about the wealth. If you would only understand that being rich is the last part of the journey, think about the millions of dollars at the finish line. Think about the service you will render. What does Bob Proctor say? We want to help people. We don't want to use people to get money. We want to help people. The money is the result of helping people. And it took me a long time to understand that. Everybody just wanted to get rich because of the book, The Secret, and Think and Grow Rich. But rich is at the bottom. Think is at the top. Think about it, guys. Think here. Use your logic. Money is the result, the reward of how many lives you can change. I was talking to Ruta. She says, Ross, don't think of it as multi-level marketing, network marketing. Think of it as you helping somebody and you giving someone a gift. It changed my way of thinking. What did William James say? That your belief system is based upon your evaluation of something. And frequently, if you reevaluate a situation, your beliefs about that situation will change. And that's what I did. I reevaluated my life. I reevaluated my friends. I reevaluated my paradigms. I reevaluated what Ruta was saying to me. Why? Because we have a reasoning factor. We have perception, memory, the will, imagination, intuition. And when we use our higher faculties, everything will change. But nobody knows this information. The 1% of the 1% know the information. That's why they have all the money. But here you are working for money. Money is energy. Energy just is. If I were to tell you that you can literally create your own economy through the energy, you would say, no, there is no way. But here I am. I've made millions of dollars and I continue to create my own reality. And I don't work for anyone. I don't clock in. And in the beginning, it scares you because it's a foreign vibration. You're going up against yourself, your belief system. What did William James say? Your belief system is based upon your evaluation of something. Frequently, because you always reevaluate, you're always reevaluating what's in front of you because you have lower faculties. And you've been using your lower faculties to this point. That's why these calls are very important. You use your lower faculties. I see that I'm broke. I see that I'm not making enough money. I see that there is no other way out of this rat race. This is a rat race. There is no other way out. But there is a way. And the way is that you have to jump ship. You have to go all in. And you know what? If you don't jump ship now, the TV station, the television, the media, they're going to make you jump ship. It's called going crazy. Crazy why? Because you're doing something that you've never done before. Stay home, wear a mask. Don't kiss your loved ones. They could have the virus. Oh my God, President Donald Trump has the virus. What are we going to do? Oh my God, the world's going to end. No, guys, this is power. Power of what? Power of what? Power to control you, to keep you at home, to keep you dumbed down, to keep you knowing that you think you know. You think you know, but little do you really know, because I had to reevaluate my life. I had to look at everything that was going on and question, because up to that point, I was using my logic. I was using everything that I was seeing. I was using my logic and I was trying to create my life out of my logic. I would see that I wasn't making enough money. I would see other people successful. I would say, what's the difference between me and them? If God created a sequel, why is he giving them more than me? Why are people wealthy and I'm broke? Why? Because to that point in 2010, I didn't control my thinking. And literally there was one day where I was sitting in my mom's basement, broke, no job. I had went through a DUI, almost killed myself. I almost killed somebody else in the process. Luckily, he survived. I'm sitting there. I went through a boot camp program, 6 months. It felt like I was going to die. I was working out. My whole body, I would cry myself to sleep. They worked this out so much. And I would cry myself to sleep. Grown man crying. And after that experience, I realized that I wanted something new and that my way wasn't working. And I sure as hell was not rich, but not just money wise. I'm talking about rich with wisdom. Napoleon Hill says every day in the morning when he wakes up, he says, "Oh, divine providence, I ask not for more riches, but more wisdom with which to use the riches I was born with, and the power to control my own mind to whatever ends I desired. Now, guys, I've paid thousands, more than 50,000, just to be close to Bob Proctor. I would do anything to be close to this man because I wanted a connection to Napoleon Hill, because Napoleon Hill was already dead. And I've listened to Napoleon Hill thousands of times, his rare audio recordings, The Laws of Success, Think, Grow Rich, Earl Nightingale's condensed version of Think and Grow Rich, The Strangest Secret, the one Bob Proctor would listen to when he created a company, a cleaning business that literally operated all around the world. And I would do anything, and I paid thousands of dollars because I wanted to know more of how I could literally create, how I can create my own economy and not depend on somebody else to give me a paycheck for my time. Because we have a quadrant, 3 steps. The first step is time for money. The second step is investing, money for money. And the third step is creation. And how do you create? Through the formless substance. Where is the formless substance? I know this sounds crazy, right? The formless substance is up here. It's literally an energy that's coming all around you. And it's all around me and everyone else that's on this call. And when you start writing out your plan, your purpose, everyone starts participating in your goal. How did you get on this call? Because I'm participating in your goal. Whether you like to believe it or not, there's people that are going to come into your life that are going to make your goal reality, your desire. Because nothing's created, nothing's destroyed. The moment that you take a pen, and that's why I changed my life in 2010. I was in my mom's basement. I listened to Napoleon Hill, and he says, "May you be seated, please?" So I sat down, and he says, "I want you to understand a great power that's always been here. It's never been created, never been destroyed." And he's like, if you understood that you were born at birth with 2 options, one option is everything that you did want. The second option is everything you didn't want because you failed to take possession of your own mind. So I'm like, wait, hold on. What is that? What are these 2 options again? Like, guys, I would be taking notes. What are these 2 options? The first option is to control your thinking and to create anything that you want because you could have it and you could have it in abundance. And the second option is failure to take possession of your mind and you got what you didn't want. And how do you fail to take possession of your mind? Because you have to understand both. You cannot just be positive all the time. You're going to fail. Thomas Edison, before he created the incandescent light bulb, went through 10,000 failures before he created the incandescent light bulb. That's why when you drop a bulb, it pops. And he created the radio frequency through one of the failures. So as you're going through these failures, you're going to create something positive in your life. So after I kind of got that information, I said, it's that easy? He said, yeah, it's that easy. All you have to do is control your thinking. And I said, okay, so if let's say Hernan Cortez, he did, Christopher Columbus discovered America, right? By mistake, right? If they had a navigation, Galileo Galilei created the navigation. But if you knew where to go to get to your goal, let's say your goal is an island. Your goal is in an island. You're on a ship. You don't know where that island is, and you bump into Ross Garcia, and he says, "Hey, guess what? I have a navigation here. In this navigation, all you have to do is go north. Follow north, and you get to your goal. Follow north, and you get to your goal." And you say, "No, Ross, I've been out here for too long. I'll figure it out. Your face is all burned. You need tan. You need water. You've been drinking ocean water. You're delusional." And that's the state that humanity is in because everybody knows everything. Everyone knows it all. And that's why I talk about a horse going to water, trying to make a horse drink. because a horse doesn't want to drink from you. He's like, no, I'm not drinking water, but I want you to drink water. No, I'm not. Stubborn. It's called being stubborn. And because you know it all, you've lost your ability to grow. And that's where the problem is. But there is a solution. And the solution is when you hit a brick wall like I did in 2010 and I almost died. That's the solution. And you get tired of the same thing, doing the same thing. And then you're like, okay, I'm going to write down what I want. I'm going to control my thinking. I'm not going to let my outside circumstances control me. I'm going to give this a shot. Formless substance is up here. The mind is not the brain. The brain is something physical. The mind is an activity and it's thinking at a high speed of vibration. When you draw out the picture of how you want your life to be and you say, I'm going to grab the navigation, Ross, give me the navigation. I'm going north. I'm going to where that island is, where my dream is. What's your dream? What is your dream? And when you start to understand, it's like, well, is it that easy? Yes. Is that easy? Is that easy? Write it down. Because just like Leonardo da Vinci created the Mona Lisa, he did it because he wrote it on a canvas. He had an idea. It was the picture was in his mind of how he wanted her to look, and then he kept painting. The same picture you have of something, I don't know what it is. For me, it's learning about this information and how I could communicate the information in a more effective way. That's my desire. That makes me feel good because I'm literally waking somebody up. I'm literally changing the way they think. And if you could do that in your business and use this material in your business, you can literally question someone's reality. Then they go to work and they're busting their butt. Did you clean the dishes? Yes, sir, I did. Yeah, I cleaned the dishes. Did you mop the floors? Yes, I did. Everything's clean, boss. Everything's clean. Boss, I have a question. Can I go on vacation next week? I know there's a coronavirus, but you think I could take a couple of days off? I know you've been making me work my butt off. I just need a couple of days off, boss, please. Sorry, I can't. And make sure you're on time tomorrow because you know what? There's 3 other people that want your job for less than what I'm paying you. So make sure that you do what I tell you. Make sure you obey. And then you go home and you get depressed. How does it work? The negative picture creates a vibration. The vibration goes to your body. It creates doubt, confusion, disease, and ultimately death. Ultimately, death. So look at the activities. There's 24 hours a day. What are you doing with 8 hours of work? What are you doing with 8 hours of free time? And what are you doing with the 8 hours of sleep? And how can you create a balance to create a shift in your mind, in the way you think? Take a chance on yourself. You're here for a reason. Like, what are you going to do? Go back to washing dishes? What am I going to do? Go back to drinking and driving and going out and partying and destroy my life and kill someone else in the process? And my son grows up without a father and no money coming in because he's in jail or he's dead? Is that how you want your life to be? So you have to really analyze this stuff, really analyze what is happening in your life. Like, do you want the same thing? And that's what these calls are for. These calls are to shake you, to break you, and to make you. Shake you, break you, and make you. And when I hear people talking about, Ross, all you need to do is get a job. They're hiring right now. Where? Man, you could get a job at the movie theater, giving out popcorn, selling hot dogs. I don't know. Just get a job. Go online, look for a job. Is that the solution here, guys? No, it's not. I was making money so fast. I had a money machine, a counter, hundreds of dollars. I heard kind of like a automatic weapon, just like the bank, just so much money. Legitimately, I had a corporation. I wasn't selling drugs. But you talk to someone like, oh, that guy's selling drugs. Look at the car he's driving. Look at the big house he has. You know, this guy's selling drugs. This guy's doing something bad to make that money. No, I had a corporation. I made it legitimate. I started a company with zero, no help. I told my friends, do you guys want to invest in this company? They said no to me. They could have got rich in the process. They said no because they know it all. Like they're still doing the same thing, getting the same results, but they want a bigger house. It's like, think about it. Use your reasoning factor to try to stir something up in you. When you get the foreign vibration and it scares you, you're in the right place. When I came here to the UK and my friend Vincent said, stay here. If you want to go to Spain, stay in the UK and you can go. And I thought about it and I said, you know what? I was born free. I was born rich. Like Bob Proctor said in his book, you were born rich. And I was born with a mind to take possession of my mind and to literally create the circumstance. How do you do that with your will? We had one of the calls last week about the will. The will is a concentration factor. When you focus on the image, you give it more meaning. You're crystallizing the picture. And when I say that your goal is in an island and you're lost on a boat, it's creating a picture. William James, he wrote a book called As a Man Thinketh. And he says that your environment is more important than heredity. He's like, mind is the master power that molds and makes, and man is mind. And evermore he takes the tools of thought, shaping what he wills, brings 1,000 joys and 1,000 ills. He thinks in secret and it comes to pass. His environment is but his looking glass. So when you think in secret, you create a picture. So this is picture and what's holding you back from getting the picture, because the picture is already here. And that's totally illogical. That's totally what you weren't taught when you were in school. See, you weren't taught this information. You thought you knew everything, but you outperform yourself. And that's how people talk to me. They outperform themselves and they're trying to outperform me. I can't let that happen, guys, because I'm a millionaire. I made my first million at 33. This ain't no joke. This is reality. Now, what's a million to the subconscious mind? What is the subconscious mind? And I'll show you guys what the subconscious mind looks like before we end the call. But Earl Nightingale says that the subconscious mind is like the dirt. It's immoral. You can plant nightshade, a deadly poison, and not even a 16th of an inch away, you can plant corn, a sweet food. It gives you what you plant. You could talk to anyone in this business. I don't care if it's big or small. I don't care how much money they make. Put them on this call. I could explain the information in a way where you can understand, because I've been studying this information every single day for 10 years in a row. And I'm a Bob Proctor consultant. I spent over 50,000 just on being with this person, because Earl Nightingale trained Bob Proctor and Napoleon Hill trained Earl Nightingale and Andrew Carnegie trained Napoleon Hill in the early 1900s. And if you don't get training, you're going to get left behind. That's why Bob Proctor says it's 95% mindset, 5% strategies. What does he say? He says that you are what you think about. Auto-suggestion. Like I really want to say is I'm so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. Multiple sources of income. I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources, increasing quantities, multiple sources on a continuous basis. So what are multiple sources? I Am Mastery Academy is a source of income. This is a source of income. It might be your primary income. It might be your secondary income. It might want to be your primary income, but you're currently washing dishes or you're currently working at a bank. You might have the good job, because I Am Mastery Academy provides a source of income, residual income, and you have freedom to do what you want, when you want. You have Ross Garcia, you have other people that work with Bob Proctor as well. I'm not the only one, but I'm the only one that probably does this every single day for a living. And how do I make a living? I left $1 million business, guys, multi-million-dollar business. Okay. And I basically have residual income coming from that business, but I have properties, I have the knowledge. And when you have the knowledge, things happen. That's how it works. When you have the knowledge, things happen, guys. Your business is already there. It's done. Like Ruda says, done. Chairman 10, done. But you can't give up. You can't look at what's in front of you. Don't use your logic of how you're going to get to Chairman 10 or P600 or P1000. Just think about what you want. That's all I could tell you guys for it to sink in. Think about what you want. Create a beautiful picture of how it would feel to travel the world or go out to a restaurant, not have to look at the bill, travel first class, have residual income, have a business, have people in your network, help them get to the finish line, help them get promoted. Seeing their faces cry, I cried from joy, from happiness, because I was a failure. I tried. I got a degree in finance and investment management. I did everything they told me to do. And then guess what? I almost died. And then finally, I realized it's that easy. Just start painting pictures of how you want your life to be. Because before I end the call, I want to describe to you guys what the subconscious mind looks like. Now, the subconscious mind, Napoleon Hill and Earl Nightingale, they would talk about all the time. And it wasn't up until 1934 that a doctor in the healing arts called Thurman Fleets created a picture of a stick person. And he says, let this represent the conscience and this represent the subconscious. Now, Earl Nightingale says that the subconscious mind is like the dirt. It doesn't know the difference between big, and we'll say positive is big, negative is small, a big or small idea. And this is an idea. And this is energy at the top, neither created nor destroyed. When you think of an idea and you impress it in the dirt, in the subconscious mind, it has no ability to reject. But the subconscious mind is not going to pick up the idea if you're negative about the idea. See, there's a connection that is not being made. The connection between that positive idea that goes into your subconscious mind, the connection is not there. We need to, as they say, we need to bridge the gap. How do we bridge the gap? By amplifying our belief system. That's the way, amplifying, learning more about you, getting on these calls. And when you start looking at the image with a new belief, like, okay, this is possible, it starts to formulate in physical reality. So you're working from the energy that goes into the subconscious through your thought. It's never what you see. It's never your current results. It's never current. It's always what you see, what you're looking at, dictating your thoughts. So this is the stick person. So the energy just is. So there is a law, the last law. It's called the law of gender. This is basically the end of the manifestation process. The law of gender states that there's an incubation and gestation period to every seed. We know what it is for a woman having a child. It's 9 months, but we don't know what a spiritual seed, because a spiritual seed is something you really want. So what is it? What do you want? Write it down. Get emotionally involved, because the only way that the subconscious mind is going to pick up what you really, really want is through enthusiasm. I might have spelled it wrong here, guys. So you have to be enthusiastic. Enthusiastic, excited, right? High amplitude of vibration. If this is vibration, it has to be really, really high. Like I told my sister, I said, how much you want to make? She was working for me when I had my business. She's like, I want to make $100,000 a year. And I say, would you be interested in making $100,000 a month? And she said, yes, I would be. I would be interested in making $100,000 a month. How did it go into the subconscious mind? How did it go in the dirt, like Earl Nightingale said, through excitement? Because you think, oh my God, like it goes in and it goes right into the body. It goes right into the subconscious mind. Now, William James, he says you only think like 1% of the time. The other 99%, the subconscious mind is when you're not thinking. So you're not thinking 99% of the time. You're only thinking 1%. And the program is in the 99%. So in order to change the program, you have to change the thought of the belief of this is possible. When you change the thought of the belief, then it goes in the subconscious and then it produces the circumstances, events, results, situations, people that you encounter. All that happens. I asked her a few years later, how much are you making a month? My sister, she said, I'm making 100,000 a month. She's like, but man, I would have wished I would have put net on that paper. So let's just say she's making 60,000 net a month. Wouldn't you rather make 60,000 net a month than 60,000 net a year? Because the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between big or small. When you impress your idea to the subconscious mind, it has no ability to reject. You impress the idea through repetition of you looking at the image. Formulate the image, entertain the image, repeat the image all day long, and the image has no ability to accept or reject. It must accept. It gives you the image from you. But 99% of people are looking at what's in front of them, and what's in front of them doesn't serve them. And they're getting more of the same. Understand this, and you will change your business, your personal life, your family life, all that stuff, your health. Trust me. Trust me on this, guys. Like, trust me like you've never trusted me before. I did it, and I know you can do it. Doesn't matter if you're wealthy or if you're broke. Doesn't matter what side of the tracks you were born on. Thomas Edison, he created the incandescent light bulb. Before I let you guys go, he was kicked out of school because he was too dumb. His mother had to tell him that you're smart. She had to impress that to him. And then guess what? He created the incandescent light bulb. He grew up and he became a genius. How did he become a genius? Because his mom told him, you're so smart, you can't go to school with the other boys. If he would have known that he got kicked out of school for being too dumb, it's like when your mom or your parent, you have to go to school to talk about your child. Like, what is this conversation about? Your child is a demon. He's causing terror in the school. We need to talk to you. What's wrong with this kid? That happened to my mom too. It happened to my mom because things happen when you're little. We do crazy stuff with our friends. We try to impress our friends. And I wasn't kicked out of school, but I know that we're all the same. Thomas Edison is just like me, but he tapped into these ideas better than anyone else because he studied these ideas. How do you think he got the idea? He got the idea through the intuition, through a hunch. It came to him of how to create the light bulb. Just like something is telling you, write this stuff down, change your ways of thinking. So I want to end the call. I want to bring on Sybil to end the call. I want to thank you guys for your time. Remember, take notes, guys, because I've been studying this information for years and it helped me get to where I want to be. And remember, it's not about the money, guys. I know you guys want to make a lot of money. That's great. Just focus on helping people and the money will come. Thanks guys for your time.
Okay, guys, let's give fire emojis for Rose Garcia, my business partner, amazing our golden nuggets. Thank you, Rose, for amazing blow mind information. It's absolutely amazing. I'm so happy to have you as a business partner and friend. And yeah, guys, try to do not let program your life with this pandemic. You have your destination, you have your goals, and don't let control people or what's going on in this planet. You're gonna make it. So write down your goals every day, but make sure your goals is not like you know how to reach your goal. Make sure your goal you don't know how to do. Then is right goal. So for example, I always have in the restaurant, can you see, guys? I always have in the restaurant, downstairs, upstairs, in the bedroom, in the living room, everywhere. Even my partner, he said I live like in Sibelius prison, but in a good way. So yes, guys, have your goals, write down every day, change your thinking, control your mind. Then you can control your life, control your money, control absolutely everything. Don't give up. Thanks for joining this call, and see you tomorrow. Speak to you. Sorry, I have call. Sorry, and yeah, speak to you tomorrow 12, and bring more people, more friends. Grab your pens, grab your notes, and jump on this call every day, Monday to Friday. Thanks to everyone. Thanks, Rose Garcia.
Have a good Monday,
amazing
guys, everyone.
day.
Enjoy your day. Bye, everyone. Have a good one. Bye. And don't forget to jump on that call tomorrow if you can. Have a good one, guys. Peace out.